In the immortal words of Des Lynam, shouldn't you be at work? Well, I should be at work, but I took a day off for this. Let's hope I'm not disappointed for this, shall we? Because at the end of the day, this is the Volley, the last game of the season, and we are indeed... Yes, it is 3:46. We are live.
The following has been brought to you by SJP World Media.
This is the Volley. We are live on the hottest day of the year, but the cold realization of day is about to hit one of these big clubs in the centre of London. My tag team partner, my strike partner, my brother and our mother, Mr. Dan Griffin.
Good afternoon, one and all. Pleasure to be back with you, especially you, mate. Happy to be back. Last day of the season, and I'm going to throw all pretense at being unbiased out the window. I hope Spurs get relegated.
I've got to admit, because of the way things are structured with the points and the goal difference, etc., Spurs are likely to stay up. However, should they not stay up, I do happen to have a bottle of gin to take in one shot.
Oh, good on you. Good on you.
I wasn't going to go for full bottle somewhere,
but well, one thing that we haven't discussed off air is, or at least I can't remember. Did we say which game each of us was going to be covering? Am I on West Ham Leeds?
We can go with whichever you prefer, my friend. If you're watching in the UK, welcome. All 10 games are being covered by Sky Sports in the UK via red button on the Sky Sports Plus channel. If you wish to watch with us, then delighted to. If you want to watch something else and listen to us while we cover the other games, do that as well. Fantastic. Either way. Mr. Griffin, the choice is yours.
Updates as they're coming. Well, I've got West Ham Leeds is already on my telly, so I'll go with that if that's all right. We've already had some comments in.
Ironically, Spurs Everton's already on my TV. So.
It's like we planned it, but nobody would ever credit us with being that professional. First up, Brent from AWI Pod, a work in progress, who I've just started a new project with, watching some classic TNA Impact. Says he's early, but he wanted to be the first to say, Arsenal, Arsenal, Arsenal. Yes, the least interesting team to win a Premier League since Arsenal, with all the 1-0s back 22 years ago. But no, in fairness to him, I said privately to Brent, enjoy it. It's a great feeling. It doesn't matter how you win a league as long as you win a league. And then next up, we've got Sai. The boss is in. Shoulders back, tits out, watch for the shoe. Just saying, hey, yo. And saying smashing intro video. That it is. It's a smashing video. And I love seeing the York City and Gloucester City badges on there as well. Very nice. Brent is back saying, don't tell me about
the
life.
Irony that the unlikely the thing about it, that wonderful intro, of course, is that, as mentioned, where's Colchester in that, just saying, but also the fact that West Ham is in there, but no Tottenham. just maybe it's prophecy. Who knows?
Who knows? And then we've got Charlie joining us. Hiya, Charlie. How are you doing? So, yeah, a few in already.
Always pleasure to have young Charlie with us.
Yeah, great. Thank you. Thank you all for joining us, commenting along. Looking forward to a good afternoon of football.
Absolutely. Me and Dad have got our predictions for what we think the scores will be today down there below us. Maybe a little bit ambitious, but what we think and want, not just what does just think. But this could be a big one, Dan.
I put all of 6 seconds thought into mine. So if it comes off, then
really,
Go on.
No, I generally think that West Ham have got the better team, not better players, better team. Which I believe, Dan, is a segue. Look at the team sheets quite quickly. Do you want to bring those up one by one?
Oh, it's almost like you're a professional. Yeah, go for it. What are we doing first?
Let's go with the game you're covering, Daniel. Let's go with West Ham versus Leeds.
Come on, up you come. There we go. Yeah, pretty decent start from Leeds. From West Ham, sorry, they've dropped Callum Wilson in favour of having Pablo and Tati up top. I think that's Tati Castellanos. But yeah, I think it's pretty much the strongest team they could put out, apart from maybe Aaron Wan-Bissaka, but I don't know if he's carrying an injury. But yeah, good to see
Walker Peters has been. Walker Peters has been sort of coming into his own at right back, so it's maybe Wan-Bissaka maybe a little bit of an injury at the moment. Walker Peters is not going to do a bit late for England call up, unfortunately, but you know he's doing his best.
I don't know if that was just me, but I didn't really catch much of that, Matt. It was you were breaking up slightly there.
You had completely gone on my side of things. So good to know that Volley, as always, is sponsored by Potato Internet.
Well, you say that. I now have full fibre internet. It was installed 2 days ago, and mine's holding strong. So it's now sponsored by Matt's internet.
Anyway, it's mine, so who knows on that side of things.
Yeah, but mine's newer, so it's better.
It's too early to throw the finger.
It's all good. We'll have a quick look at the Leeds lineup. And that's about as you'd expect, really. The only absentee I can see there is Goodmanson, but I don't think he's even on the bench, so he must be injured. I've actually quite liked watching Leeds this season. Particularly enjoy Ao Tanaka. I think he's a quality player. Brendan Aronson's really shone. And Calvert-Lewin has shown a return to form, really shown what he can do. So Leeds will put up a fight, but I'm really hoping that because they're safe, they do the honourable thing and let West Ham have a free run.
I think there's more to the healthy thing over with Ham being concerned. But I do like the fact that
got to your game, mate.
I've always been a big fan.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I've always been a big fan. I've always been a big fan of Mecca as well. I've always been a big fan of his, so I'm pleased to see him in the mix today. Yes, we'll go across to the other game over to North London. Spurs with Kinski starting his 7th consecutive game. He's only kept 1 clean sheet though.
Yeah, it's a worry.
Which is a big deal. But given the disaster he had in Madrid early in the season, he's had some moments which could say which could keep Spurs in this division. Very possible.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I've not seen a lot of football in the last few weeks. So I haven't really seen how Kinski's been doing. I've only popped in for certain teams. So I've been busy basking in the in York City's title win for the National League. But this, on paper, this is a very strong Spurs side.
It's true, guys. He's been unbearable. He's been absolutely unfucking bearable. I expect nothing less than that side of things. To be fair, Mickey Van der Ven, you got to feel that if they go down, Mickey Van der Ven, Marcus Tell, Richardson, they'll all be gone. Not least
most of the squad.
They've got to try and get some money back. Yeah, for sure. Now over to the blue side of Merseyside. This isn't the strongest team on paper, is it?
Not on paper, but Moyes has got them playing like a really good unit. Greater than the sum of the parts sort of thing. So they've been picking up results in recent weeks from what I've seen. So you can never count Everton out. Again, looking at it, I think Dwight McNeil's been a regular. He's one that could come in. Tyreek George has been doing well off the bench. And if they end up being on the winning side, will they end up bringing on Seamus Coleman for a farewell?
Yeah, Seamus Coleman. A lot of people leaving their club today, not least at Anfield, of course, where Liverpool will be waving goodbye to Mo Salah after this game. We should probably address that elephant in the room quite quickly, Mr. Griffin. Are you going to be sad to see the back of Mo?
Yeah,
of course.
He's been a fantastic player, and and the vast majority of the time he's been a top professional. He's had his differences this season with Slot. I thought the comments after Leeds were poorly timed and they didn't do anybody any favours. He's taken his parting shot this week, but I kind of don't blame him. I'm not one who wants to see Liverpool become a club that sacks managers out of nowhere, but there's been a clear regression from last season. Slot played. Sorry,
they're coming out at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. They're walking out of the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, which I still hate the fact they haven't got a name for the stadium. It's called Tottenham Stadium. I hate the fact of that. But what annoying me a little bit here is that I do believe, unless I'm extremely wrong, Tottenham are coming out with their kids.
Oh, that's nice.
I have a problem with that.
Of course you do.
I have a problem with it. But hear me out with it, because not all of them have got their kids with them.
Okay. Maybe they don't have kids, or the kids didn't want to.
Very possibly as well on that side of things. But everyone haven't got their kids with them. And I'm just feeling like I just feel like Spurs focus on the prize here. You're not safe yet.
I think you're reading too much into that. It's just a little thing. I'm looking at because West Ham are doing the same thing. A bunch of their players have got the kids with them. I can see Somerville there's got his daughter with him, and a good few others. So it just looks like it's the last game of the season. Regardless of whatever's happened, they're going to have the kids with them. So yeah, I think it's quite nice. Anyway, we've had some comments. Inside was saying about the intro had to cut off some of the clubs, or the intro would have been longer than the match. Fair enough. Connor, when it comes up, hello Matt and Dan, missed you guys. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining us, buddy. Missed you too. James, how's it going? Burning question: who's going to finish bottom of the league, Wolves or Burnley? For your sake, mate, I hope it's Burnley. I don't know if that's mathematically possible. For our good friend, his lordship, let's hope it's Wolves. Well, yeah. And Brent just wanted to say rest in peace to the man, the myth, the legend, Glenn Abbott, quite possibly the biggest Arsenal fan of all time. Miss you, buddy. Wish you was here. And I echo that as well. I was part of the AWI pod episode, the Glenn Abbott Memorial Rumble. And he would have absolutely loved this and probably been a little bit insufferable himself. Well, as on behalf of everyone who is no longer here, for that matter, not just Ben Abbott, but also my friend Aaron Gilbert as well, let's raise a drink quite quickly to the good man and the good men. May you rest in power forever. Indeed. And we approach kickoff here on the Volley. If you'll excuse me for just 1 second, I just need to close the door. The problem, because it's the perfect time for us, of course, to remind everybody that we here on the Volley stand against racism. As we approach kickoff here on the Volley, we would like to remind everybody that we at SJP World Media all support
the Kick It Out campaign. Equality for everybody, regardless of race, gender, or sexual orientation. Let's kick it out together and enjoy the game we all love together. Absolutely. Kick it out, right out. Do not be afraid to stand up for yourselves. I do believe they are literally having the huddle down by the fans today. I don't know if you taught them to do this, Dan.
I have no idea. West Ham are having their huddle in the middle of the pitch. Sorry, I just had to shut the door there because the folks are in the back room watching the Liverpool game, so we'll get regular updates as that goes on, I'm sure. But
I'm at fantastic.
Nothing changes. Just seen Nuno's record as West Ham manager.
Blue, the grass is green, and Papa Griff's got a loud goal.
Yeah. Just seen Nuno's record as West Ham manager, 8 wins in 32. Not great, but he's been racking them up when towards the back end of the season. I think it just goes to show just how
we're underway.
Poor a lot of West Ham's recruitment has been. We are underway in the London Stadium.
In that case, then, Dan, watch this for some new technology at the top of the screen.
Oh, very nice. Full ticker tape. Love it.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
I've got to be honest. It does feel somewhat sacrilegious to not be watching Mo Salah's last match.
To be fair, I don't think he's watching his last match from all accounts. I haven't even seen the team sheet, unfortunately.
No,
he's saying it. Well, what do I know, ain't they?
Yeah, Mo and Robertson both starting, so 2 big goodbyes.
That is 2 big goodbyes. It reminds me of when early corner from Everton, and it's
early
being dealt with at the moment by Spurs. It goes in, and Spurs clear it. Everton taking the time about retrieving it, but maybe recycle the ball. It's thrown back at Spurs already. This is I've just been given some information here, Dan. This is that if West Ham are relegated today, the next season will be the first season in the entire 138-year history of the English top flight without a team beginning with the letter W.
That's a fantastic stat. I love anything like that. Hey, oops.
Yes.
So I had to get a high five from my niece as she walked past.
But got to be done. It's got to be done.
Yeah.
The Spurs trying to break here with Spence.
We've already had some terrible defending from West Ham on this end that nearly led to a goal. Mavropanos sitting far too deep playing on Nemeka, but he couldn't convert it. All leads in the first 2 minutes.
Everton commit a foul. And Tottenham will have a free kick in a dangerous position.
Couple of comments quickly. Brent saying he's going to do enough being insufferable for all of us, referring to the Arsenal fans. And Connor, he's got the Peacock multi-view on for 4 games while doing his housework. Lovely stuff, gents. Lovely stuff.
Do you do housework?
No, Connor does.
That's what I'm saying. Connor does housework. Connor must have found a boyfriend who's got him whipped. Tottenham free kick.
Yeah, we've just had a Leeds free kick there, headed away by Souček. No goals as yet, 3 minutes into the day. I have had a little flutter. I've gone with my heart rather than my head. And I've gone West Ham to win, Tottenham to lose, Liverpool to win. I can't remember the other results, but other than that, I've had both teams to score in every game in the Premier League.
Tarkowski puts behind for a corner. The lay on that free kick was ridiculous, by the way.
Yeah.
As Tell come over to take it on the far side. To be out swinging. Spurs have the second most goals from corners this season, 17. Only Arsenal have scored more.
Problem is for Spurs, that's 17 goals and they've only scored about 18.
And the thing is, that's the most in Premier League history in one season, by the way, as well.
Mm.
So that's quite
How many
impressive.
goals have Spurs scored?
And Everton, they'll break out.
So that, to put that statistic into perspective, 17 goals from corners out of 47 goals scored this season for Spurs. Konor giving us a view of his morning/afternoon. He's got to give the dog his medicine, grab the mail and do dishes. And then says, yes, Matt, I have housework.
I have a husband for that. It's fine.
Not much going on in this game. Just West Ham trying to play around at the back and find a way through, and Leeds just waiting for them to misplace a pass and then catching on the break.
We've just seen a lovely picture of De Zerbi, by the way, who has had 6 games as manager. He's won 2, drawn 2, lost 2. I think the Spurs charging forward and
I really don't know what
to a wall of blue shirts.
I really don't know what to make of De Zerbi. Obviously, a very competent manager, but the whole thing with standing by Mason Greenwood at Marseille really leaves a bad taste in the mouth.
It's not something I'm happy with. I know a lot of the inclusive Spurs groups were not happy either.
Yeah, it's
my manager at work.
It's not good.
Well, actually, my deputy manager. Pardon me. My deputy manager at work is a former Spurs manager. Where he's going, former Spurs fan. Pickford knocked off the ball, but and it's put wide.
At this end,
Gallagher puts it wide.
Just had a West Ham player almost free in the box, and Tatty just couldn't get his cross right. Otherwise, he could have landed it on his head. He had a free header at goal, but not to be. West Ham's first decent attack of the game. Goal
at Turf Moor, Dan Griffin.
Yes, indeed. I've just seen Wolves have gone 1-0 penalty. Penalty, Adam Armstrong. I wish it had been Mateus Mane because I brought him into my fantasy team today. But there we go. Wolves 1-0 up. There's at least one. Go on.
I've always wanted to say that. I've always wanted to do the Jeff Salim thing. Dan Griffin.
Leeds have got the ball in the box. Falls to that's a rubbish. That is crap all around. That was some 90s football there. The ball fell to, I can't even see who the Leeds player is there. Let me see as this comes in. So that's Calvert-Lewin plays it across. I think that's Justin who dinks it back. That must be, is that Jayden Bogle? Yeah, Jayden Bogle plays. Does a shot/cross, not quite sure which it was. And Nemeka just caught it on his toe end and it dribbles out for a corner.
It's back with Kinski now. 7 minutes, 20 on the clock.
How was your Super 6 for the first goal time? Do they still do that?
Other betting companies are available. They do. And to which I think I had 3 minutes on the clock. But it wasn't one of the games that's featured. So,
right, okay. Brent letting us know Jesus had just hit the post in the Arsenal match. And Konor is being rather ambitious, starting his Salah to Columbus Crew campaign since Wessam Abu Ali is injured, and we could have 2 open designated player spots to fill this summer. Konor, you have got more chance of me playing for Columbus than Mo Salah, to be quite honest.
You can watch on a dating Mo Salah.
The vast majority of MLS teams just simply don't have the money. Yeah. And Crew sacked their manager last week. So it's going well then.
I thought they were locked in for the season like they are in NBA.
No. Well,
could you imagine that if you Premier League manager were locked in for the season?
Well, it feels that way with Arne Slot at Liverpool, to be honest. Don't know what he has to do to get sacked.
not win a Premier League title. If he hadn't won the title last year, he'd have been gone by now, for sure.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, winning a title gets you a lot of leeway, but with the clear regression that the team has shown,
Spurs.
Yeah, the clear regression that the team have shown last season and into this season, it is now clear that it is Slot's methods. It's his training methods. It's his defensive drills. Players can share a portion of the blame, but the tactics and the training that bleeds through onto the pitch is the coach. And if they do stick with him and he turns it around, fair play. I will eat my hat and pay my penance, whatever. But if they stick with him, I see Arne Slot gone by October next season.
Yeah. Just for context, my Super 6, Dan, our content are available. Man City to win 2-1 against Villa. West Ham to win 2-1 against Leeds. As the corner comes in and it's headed down and volleyed wide by Spurs. Spurs to lose 2-0, Liverpool to win 2-0, and Man United to win 3-1.
Ooh, big crunching foul in the centre circle from one of the Leeds players there. Who was that? He's been booked because he went in. It was Biol. Yeah, he nearly got him in the Biols.
It was Danso who headed the ball down, and it came back to him, and he volleyed it on the half volley, and it actually ended up near the corner flag. I was here pictures of Christian Romero, who's in the stands.
Oh, he's actually there because
there was
talk that he was going to be in America.
Well, it didn't go down well that he wasn't there at one point, yeah. But he's clearly been dropped, and is they going to go out to bite him today? Who knows?
Well, I thought I read he was injured, and that's why he was heading out to South America. He was supposedly heading out there for treatment and taking in a different game as just while he was there because it was one of his boyhood clubs or something.
His mate's game. It's a bit like not going to your own son's wedding so you can attend a stage assassination attempt. Just not looking at anyone in particular. Mr. 47.
Well, yeah, who could that possibly be referring to? I haven't the foggiest.
No idea at all. I'm not naming any names for obvious reasons.
Yeah. Still not much going on in this game, to be honest, as West Ham tried to
Evan was short free kick. Kinski gets it. Nice idea, but Kinski was wise to it.
Yeah, Malik Diouf just took a really good long pass down West Ham's left, tried to pull it back, but telegraphed it completely. And it was an easy clearance. West Ham are just starting to grow into this game a little bit. But Leeds do feel very threatening. Feel like they could just break at any point.
I feel a little back and forth and not much going on really apart from it's going to keep the key. It's with Spurs on this near side, Udogi. Chris picked these up yesterday at work at shopping. And
oh, the brilliant art! They sell them in bottles near a petrol station near me. I can't stop drinking them. I'm not
getting a lot of ice cream flavour out of it, but it tastes good.
So the ice cream is on the aftertaste. I find so when you're just normal, it's like proper iron brew, and then then when you swallow, Matthew, I shouldn't be lecturing you about swallowing, I know, but you get the full aftertaste of vanilla ice cream.
I've got to admit, there's a little bit of flavour, but I feel better taking more on the way down. That's all.
James saying we are off the bottom, lads. Up the Wolves. And Tottenham relegated yet? Sadly not, mate. Sadly not.
There's 2 goals in it though.
In a dangerous position.
Out to Spurs. And the fourth official is having the fourth official getting involved here. Everton's and Spurs sub benches are already at each other's throats. Ball goes in and it's volleyed over at the back post again by, is that Pedro Porro? I think it is.
We've got a West Ham corner now. Just starting to turn the screw a little bit, West Ham.
If a goal goes in at the London Stadium, then there'll be a lot of worried faces around here. For sure.
He's hoping.
No, that was Japolini. I'm so sorry for that from Tottenham fans. 13 minutes, 50 seconds on the clock as Pickford clears downfield.
Corner taker already taking the opportunity to take on fluids to 14 minutes in. So the corner's just about to come in here, Matt. They're set up now. Not too many West Ham players in the box. Corner in, headed away easily by, I think that was James Justin. Back out to the West Ham player who's got 3 Leeds players on him. Cross comes in from Malik Diouf. Nobody at the back post for West Ham, headed away, and we're safe.
Can you believe, Dan, by the way, that whatever happens today, there is going to be a 60,000 seat stadium in the Championship?
That is madness, isn't it? That's great. Probably the biggest stadium since Sunderland. We're down there.
Yes.
54,000 seater Stadium of Light, or possibly Newcastle's ground. How much does St James's Park hold? West Ham looking to come again here.
In that area.
Bowen clips it in. Oh, West Ham are just waiting for the ball to. The West Ham players are just waiting for the ball to come to them, not attacking it.
Early ball in. There's no one there for it. Full for Tell. Palignac blocked by Everton. Spurs will recycle the ball with Udogie.
Bowen on the ball. Just comes into the edge of the box.
Udogie.
Go on.
Palignac.
Ooh. Oh,
Pablo
there took a shot that came to him probably about 16 yards out, ploughed it into the floor, and it's headed over on the half volley. If the Leeds defender didn't get his head on that, it was easily 1-0. And in fact, he did very well because Souček was stood in front of him. I think that was Pascal Stroik who headed it over the bar. Oh no, sorry, it was that came off Souček because it's a goal kick.
Spurs have had 8 shots so far, none on target. Everton have not had a single touch in the Spurs box yet.
That's put. Hey,
yet
we've got another buddy joining us. Marty just got back from Wells next to see how do, lads. Doing well, mate. Doing well. How are you, pal? Hope you had a nice trip away.
The lad's doing very well. Thank you very much, Morty. Thank you very much indeed. I do believe Morty is an Arthur fan as well, isn't he?
Marty doesn't really give a shit about football. He just turns up to talk to us. He's a good egg like that.
But he is a good egg.
All quiet everywhere else.
Tell here. Oh, that's a little naughty from O'Brien.
Leeds setting up for a free kick about a third of the way into West Ham's half. We've got Ampadu over it. The blood and thunder midfielder, the type I like.
Studs down the back of the ankle there, that was. Now, what's your thoughts, Dan, on people who were left out of the England squad? Because there's quite a few England players on the pitch, English players on the pitch here, and some aren't going to the World Cup.
There's a few that are fair enough. Palmer and Foden haven't had great seasons. They're the ones that immediately spring to mind. I think Morgan Gibbs-White is pretty hard done by. I think Adam Wharton as well, especially when you consider. I don't know what. I don't know. Jordan Henderson must be just the most fun person to be around because I don't know how he's on the plane. He's going to his.
I don't think you know what he's been doing at Ajax, to be fair.
Well, he's not at Ajax. He's at Brentford.
He kept that one quiet all season, didn't he?
He's been at Brentford all season. Well, there you go. None of that
sort of things.
Yeah, the biggest snub is Lewis Hall. There is no recognised left back in that squad as far as apart from possibly Jed Spence, who hasn't had the greatest of season in Spurs' defence.
Who is playing? Who today is playing right wing?
Yeah, but Lewis Hall has been probably the best left back in the Premier League this season, and to not take him is criminal. And also, we're in a second successive England manager. Sorry, not successive, but we're a second England manager out of 3 who either can't or refuses to get the best out of Trent Alexander-Arnold. Now, Trent hasn't had a great season at Madrid, but a mediocre season at Madrid is still a season for Madrid. You know what I'm saying? His talents are still there.
We at the same time, Mr. Griffin, I'm going to say this as someone who is critical of managers when needed. We've been crying out for an England manager to pick their players based on form, not on reputation, for years, and finally it's happened, and you're not happy.
Well, it hasn't happened. Not across the board. If it happened across the board, Ollie Pearce would be on the play. Jordan Henderson, and if I'm not being facetious, Jordan Henderson would be nowhere near it.
Is that your player?
Yes, it is. Yeah, top the highest scorer in England's top 5 tiers.
Goal at Griffin College, Dan Griffin.
Oh, really? That's not come up from. Oh, Fulham are beating Newcastle. Wonderful. Issa Diop. I forgot he was there. I would hazard a guess and say that was from a corner, but yeah, Newcastle slightly in the mud.
The Spurs player down is Mickey van der Ven, who's holding his face, not his leg. He's holding his face like it's the worst thing in the world. Not quite sure what's going wrong here. Looking at this again, Van der Ven. Oof. Well, Van der Ven makes the tackle and he hurts himself in the process. VAR has cleared it because it wasn't a foul.
So going back to the England thing, the keepers, Pickford, yes. Henderson, yes. James Trafford hasn't played, so he's the third keeper. You can argue it doesn't matter, but that's not on form. Reece James, in and out with injury again. Chelsea have done okay this season. That maybe Ezri Konsa for Villa, no problem with that. Jarell Quansah, I can't comment. I've not watched any German football. John Stones, from what I gather, has barely played. So that's not a form pick. Mark Gahey, yes, fair enough. That's a form pick.
Evan free kick in, and it goes behind for goal kick. Sorry, Dad.
It's all right. Dan Burn and Newcastle in general have had a struggling season. I couldn't speak to Burns' personal performances, so that one's up in the air for me. Nico O'Reilly, yes, absolutely. He's had a good season in a Man City team that was challenging for the title. Absolutely get that. Jed Spence, again, Spurs have struggled from what I understand. He's been in and out of the team. And Tino Livramento, I've no idea. I've barely heard him mentioned all season. So that's the defenders.
Work very quietly, but I feel like Steve Finn used to do. Just get on with the job quite quietly and get on with it. I don't mind that.
That's fair enough then, yeah.
That's sort of a good fallback.
Midfielders, Declan Rice, Elliot Anderson, Morgan Rogers, absolutely yes. Eze, I understand, again, is another one who's dipped in and out at times, but okay, that's yet fine. Jude Bellingham, again, I've not watched enough Real Madrid this season, so I can't comment. If he's parried away by Darlow there for Leeds.
Oh, great save by Pickford.
West Ham. Because we're still here with Somerville trying to do the tricks on the West Ham left. Leeds get it clear. Kobe Mainoo had half a season of being half decent, and Jordan Henderson, not a clue how he's there. I don't know if he's had any impact. Oh, that was a poor touch from the West Ham player on his way into the box. That was Pablo again. That was Mateus Fernandes who unleashed a corker of a strike just before. Stung Darlow's palms.
Jed Spence gets the cross in, and if it's not for Jordan Pickford putting that save in, Richardson's got a tap in at the far post. Great save. And it's time for the hydration break here at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Yeah, we've not got to that point at this end just yet. We're 23 minutes in here. Leeds player Aronson tried to take a shot and it's blocked. But to go back to the England squad, Harry Kane, absolutely can't argue with it. I think he's got 61 goals this season. Ollie Watkins has had a rough start to the season, but again, I think he's around about the 19 or 20 goal mark. Saka has been inconsistent. and out injured a lot. So I'm not quite sure. That's more of a reputation thing than anything. I think that's a lean towards Arsenal winning the league. Rashford has had a good season for Barcelona. So yes, he's in. Anthony Gordon has had a ineffectual season for the most part at Newcastle. Again, very inconsistent. And Noni Madueke for Arsenal is a backup. He's had 3 goal involvements. So it's not 100% picked on form. It just isn't. If it's players picked to fit a system and that works, then again I'll say I was wrong and whatnot. But it's a bit of an underwhelming squad. I hope that Tuchel will make them greater than the sum of the parts, like he's done it, like he did at Chelsea. He didn't inherit a brilliant Chelsea squad, but he made them winners. Can he do that?
I might be wrong here, Mr. Griffin. I might be wrong here, but during that drinks break, which has gone on for like 2 minutes here, we've had, when De Zerbi was giving his team talk, the substitutes had come down off the pitch to join in the team talk. I'm like, why?
No, that's a bit weird. So that was another high five off my other knees.
Excellent. Pickford cleared the ball downfield. We're underway again. 25-18 on the clock here.
Yeah, word drinks breaking here now. The player I forgot as well in those forwards for England was Ivan Toney, because I was coming back to him last, because I have no idea how many goals he scored in the Saudi League, but it's scoring goals in the Saudi League.
Stadium delete.
Matthias Delite. Yeah, Stadium
Goal at the Stadium of Light.
Chelsea. Yeah, Sunderland taking the lead through Try Hume, who I have never heard of, but he's playing on the right wing for him today.
Try Q. Sounds like something Picard would say in Star Trek.
Try
Q.
No, Try Hume, Hume. 24-year-old Northern Irish winger. Oh,
Conor in the chat.
Try Hume's played 37 matches this season. I don't think I've heard his name once. Conor saying part of me doesn't want Spurs to be relegated, so I don't want to miss out on an easy 6 points every season. Well, I mean,
it's not.
You've got a goal coming up.
It's not. Indeed, and the thing is, as Everton, Mikalenko here about to take a long throw on the far side. The big men are up, and it's thrown short. Mikalenko then puts the ball into the mixer.
Brent coming back to us saying, Ivan Toney, I forgot he existed. Yeah, so did I. And we've got Mark in from Project Football Podcast. Afternoon, fellas. Afternoon, Mark. How are you doing, bud? I'll be honest, I'm ignorant to our West Brom league this season. So let us know in the chat. Oh, Man City are 1-0 up against Aston Villa. Antoine Semenyo with the goal. What a signing he's been.
To be fair, he lit the anything that one thing.
Yeah.
Before
you're going to be sorry to see Pep. You're going to be sorry to see Pep Guardiola
go. Mixed opinions. Are we fair?
Yeah, I think it's an indicator that the charges are coming to. I think the charges are coming to fruition next season. But we'll see on that regard. Brent letting us know that Ivan Toney has scored 33 goals in 36 matches. In the Saudi League, where 41-year-old Ronaldo still hasn't put on a plate for him. And Pigs Bladders is in, another Arsenal fan. We just can't get rid of him. Hello, mate.
Hey, KPB. Love to see you, mate. And thank you, as always, KPB, for the lovely artwork.
Indeed.
Spurs terrible clearance there by Bentancur, and Everton now back on the advantage again. Bit of head tennis going on.
West Ham over another free kick this end. Looking to send it into the Leeds box from deep. Clipped in. Leeds head it clear, and then hook it clear. And Brendan Aronson is on the break. Well, Brendan Aronson, 1-on-4. He's not stopping. Was he taken down unfairly there? Referee says no, as Malik Diouf picks the ball up. And West Ham look to go again. Brent saying, bye Pep, lol. I think that says how he feels. Konor, Ronaldo finally got his league title in Saudi this season. Brent saying, I didn't say it wasn't. It was impressive. I mean, the Ivan Toney goals. Yeah, 33 goals in 36 Saudi League games. I would put Ollie Pearce's record in the National League up against that. I think Ollie's actually in the more competitive league. KPB saying, champions having fun today, look so relaxed. Well, yeah, if you can't look relaxed when you won the title. Of course,
they got a guard of honour.
Yes, they will have done.
Well, we got two. After we won it during lockdown, Liverpool became very relaxed. We losing games quite heavily.
Yeah, but we were 25 points clear, 28.
Oh yeah, I'm not. Oh yeah. I'm just saying that. So once we got the title won, it didn't really matter what the game result was like when they did it at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, very very light on goals so far this half. I thought we'd be seeing more in the league as a whole.
I think the heat might be having something to do with it, Dan.
Well, yeah, it's bloody mafty. Matt said he couldn't hear it, but if anybody can hear like a clicking noise in the background, I've got a fan on because I am too fat and hairy for this heat. To be quite frank.
The last 10, just look on it, Spurs' last 10 home games, 0 wins, only 4 points and 22 goals conceded.
God,
they are bottom of the league in that result.
That is so poor.
That is really poor. Bentancur, tell. Call out at half time here. As things stand, Spurs are staying up.
Yeah, Connor let us know about the Issa Diop goal as well. I think we mentioned that.
You did.
Mark saying, good, thanks, lads. You all right? Yeah, we're both good, mate. Just got back from the in-laws, switching between the Spurs and West Ham games, doing 5 minutes of each. That's the way to do it. Good stuff.
Thank you, Mr. Punch.
Yeah. Glad somebody got the reference.
Jens Bench is wearing this wonderful half mask.
Okay.
It sort of like comes down from like around his chin, sort of thing. It's made of plastic from the look of it, and I think he's got a fractured cheekbone or something.
Oh, nasty.
But he's wearing all games. He's half Batman. Everton on the break here again. It's 3-on-6, but Everton still advancing. Deflected.
Meanwhile, I've got an extended shot of Nuno beating Gum. Thrilling.
Everton are bullying the Tottenham defence here.
Good. Brendan Aronson looks to get away again.
Tarkowski now on the ball again. And here we go.
Leeds on the break again. Yeah, Calvert-Lewin's got it.
It deflected for a corner. It is a corner.
Ampadu.
Spurs left the ball and it's gone for a corner, Dan.
Brilliant. An Everton corner, yeah?
It is an Everton corner, yes. And Dyer dancing through, took a shot, was deflected, has gone behind for a corner to Everton. In front of the Spurs fans.
Walker Peters just ran the ball out of play when he didn't mean to, halfway inside his own half. So Leeds have got a chance to attack again.
KPB in the chat.
Yeah, Mark as well. Sky showing some Spurs legends, including the only West Brom manager to win the playoffs with us. Who was that? And then Pigsbad is saying, I'm watching Spurs, West Ham and Arsenal at the same time. He wants to see the pain firsthand.
Spurs clearing, but only as far as the halfway line. Is back with Pickford now. 12 minutes to half time here.
Yeah, we're going to have Ethan Ampadu trying to launch a long throw here. I've just noticed the clock in the stadium at West Ham is 2 seconds behind the Sky clock, which is bizarre. Long throw in from Ampadu.
Oh, the ideas.
Of course it was. Long throw comes to
I remember.
Go on.
I remember when he was on the Danny Baker show years ago, he talked about how he lined up further up 4-2-4 because it was the only situation that made sense to him. It was a goal at Forest. Big goal at Forest as well, for that matter.
Yeah, Forest 1-0 up. Morgan Gibbs White yet again proving why he should have been on the plane. Forest lead Bournemouth 1-0. And as things stand, that secures Liverpool's Champions League spot. And Manchester United have gone 1-0 up. Patrick Dorgu, another assist for Bruno Fernandes. Does that put him at the top of the tree for Premier League assists, most Premier League assists in a season? Or has he extended it by another one? I can't remember. I don't know how many assists Fernandes has got this season now, but he's bagged another one today.
I do believe, Dan, you're a little bit breaking up down my end, sorry.
All right, I was just saying about Patrick Dorgu scoring for Man United and Bruno Fernandes with another assist. Nemeka's in here. Plays it to Calvert-Lewin. What a stop by Hermansen. Calvert-Lewin was only 5 yards out. Hermansen made himself big. I don't know if Matt can still hear me. Can anybody in the chat let me know if you can still hear me?
I can hear you now, Dan, yes.
I don't know how much of that you got. But everything's been working fine my end. Although I am now getting a temperature warning on my laptop. Oh, Matt's getting his legs out for us.
Oh, that you saw, right?
But it just happened to be when I was looking at the screen.
I think we're back in business, boys. I'm not sure what happened on that side of things. I'm very sorry.
Yeah, well, StreamYard was having its issues before we went on air, wasn't it?
It was a little bit, unfortunately. Yeah, we will look at getting that sorted before the World Cup, guys. We'll try to anyway.
Oh, I'm going away to Portugal while the World Cup's on for my mate's 40th, and Mackenzie could not give a single shit about football. Her birthday is is the day of England's first game, and we had a bit of a laugh and joke saying, yeah, had a bit of a laugh and a joke saying, I'm just gonna leave for a couple of hours and come back. Got a tiny bit of a bollocking, and then realised that England kick off at 9. At 6 o'clock, Portugal kick off their World Cup opener. So there is going to be no escaping football that day at all.
The funny thing is, as well, is that we get on that day. It's a training day for ORW, so it's going to be the fastest ring teardown in history. Could we finish at 9 o'clock? I wouldn't even bother putting it so quickly that day.
Don't even bother putting it up. Just train on the mats.
Oh, it doesn't take long. Everton break here, and that was not good defending my Spurs. And somehow they got away with one.
Yeah, Leeds were on the break there as well, but good work from Somerville tracking back. Oh, Malik Diouf! Malik Diouf just held off 2 Leeds players and managed to somehow turn away down the wing and come away with the ball.
Almost word for word what happened in the Everton game, by the way, Dan.
Really?
We're Brian right back, yeah, almost word for word.
Connor letting us know that Bruno needs one more assist to break the record.
Yeah, so I don't know if we mentioned this or not, Dan, we've given the interference we had momentarily ago, but Man United are 1-0 up with Brighton as well.
I talked about that at length because it was the Fernandes assist that drew my eye.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know if that's the one he needed or if he needs one more now.
One more after that, I believe, yes.
Right, fair enough. I've got my fantasy. The final day of the final day of fantasy football, I have completely let my heart rule my head, and I have used my triple captainship on Mo Salah.
So as things
so
stand,
far
Dan, Sunderland are heading into Europa League.
Oh, I've just had a notification up on my phone from Live Score saying that is in fact the assist that breaks the record for Bruno Fernandes. So Bruno Fernandes has the most assists in the Premier League season.
Congratulations. Congratulations on that one to Bruno Fernandes.
Calvert-Lewin with his back to goal has the ball at the edge of the West Ham box. Driven in. Oh, God, I thought that had gone in. Absolutely rifled by Jayden Bogle. Was that Jayden Bogle? Must have been.
Bentancur, Porro, blocked, goes out of play on the far side for Spurs throw.
I think we've just had a near miss in the Liverpool game, judging from the groan I heard from the other room. Connor asking us for food advice. Yeah. What sounds good for lunch? Do I order McDonald's or not be lazy and make chicken and rice? I actually like the sound of chicken and rice.
I do as well, but it's only because because I've had way too much McDonald's recently. So much so I'm on first name terms on the app. Oh, the terrible throw by Spurs. Everton clear it, but only to as far as Tell. And then it's blocked by, and a foul, clearly a foul. Was it given? Yes, it is given. Is it a costly one?
Mark with the only correct answer to Connor's question. Do both.
Yeah, make them chicken and rice for later and have McDonald's now. Because I do believe it's still McDonald's breakfast in America. So
yeah, in Eastern time it's not even midday yet.
So I think Pedro Porro is standing over this free kick near the corner flag.
Another free kick from deep for West Ham here, trying to ping one in. Headed, where's that gone through? Yeah, that's gone for a corner. Just quickly for the in the Liverpool game, Mo Salah's stats after 35 minutes: 36 touches, 22 passes, 3 attempts on goal, 1 on target, and he hit the post.
That's one of his best first halves we've had for a long time.
Yeah. Another ineffectual corner from West Ham, headed away.
Richarlison wins the corner on the near side as Dewsbury Hall is rubbing his head looking for blood. He's a redhead naturally, so tish.
I thought. No, maybe not. I'm getting messages from my friend Lauren as well, who's a Spurs fan, simply saying this Spurs game will end me. Sorry, Connor in the chat. Chicken and rice it is. Brent is going to drink his lunch today. Don't blame you.
Off the post! Off the line! Ooh. And then it's in. Could that be a Spurs have scored?
Fuck.
Palhinha.
Bastards. I think the word's just going around the London Stadium as well.
I need to have a look at it.
I can just see through into the other room. Salah's about to take a corner. Headed clear. Yeah, I'm just seeing a replay of the goal here. Corner swung in by Tell. Hit the post. Oh, has that gone over? Oh, yeah, bundled over the line. Goal line technology's worked for them. So, Connor letting us know that Arsenal have scored. The Gabby Jesus.
Yeah, just to come through on my notifications as well. Yes.
So two games now without a goal in the Premier League. One is the one I'm watching, and the other one is Liverpool. Actually, looking at I didn't see this before, but looking at the lineups, Kelleher, Sepp Vandenberg, and Jordan Henderson have all started for Brentford against Liverpool today. And it's 2-0 Man United. Brian and Burmo.
That's quite the return. As things stand, West Ham will be going down.
But there's a long way to go.
Long, long way to go still.
And as things stand, Brighton are taking the Conference League spot. Sunderland and Bournemouth are taking the Europa League spots. And Liverpool with the final Premier League. I don't know if you heard me say about the second goal in the Man United game.
You did need Mbeumo, yeah.
Yeah, lovely. Just double checking. I could have just waited for it to come across on the ticker tape, but I'm not that smart. We've got 2 minutes added time on this end.
That's fine. 4 on this end.
West Ham on the attack again, looking to find a way into the box. They keep pinging crosses in, but none of their strikers are getting anywhere near it. As Malik Diouf comes in. Ooh, the ball trickles across. Ooh, Darlow just got I thought we were in for a goal-mouth scramble. Souček and Bowen absolutely throwing themselves at the ball, trying to poke it home.
The thing is, of course, as well, is that there's so many. The only competition that matters is if Spurs lose. If Spurs don't lose, West Ham can't stay up. It's that simple.
Yeah, but by the same token, West Ham have to do themselves a favour and actually win. You know, they actually have to put the ball in the back of the net and hope that that Everton do them a favour.
100%.
So at the minute, a draw ain't good enough. I must say as well, I'm really impressed with some of the attacking output and indeed the defensive of Malik Diouf on the West Ham left. He's getting through some graft today. As West Ham are in again, Malik Diouf. Oh, the ball bounces off Bowen. Oh, how did he miss? The ball dropped to Pablo a yard out, but quite a tight angle, and he's put it behind. It might have been chalked off for an accidental handball in the build-up. But oh man, went with his left foot because he wasn't set in it with his right and just put it into the side net, and that was the closest as that West Ham have been all game.
The Spurs subs are literally cheerleading every single pass, tackle, whatever. And I'm thinking, where was this for the whole season, boys?
Well, yeah, quite right. It's half-time at the London Stadium. So going through, Connor letting us know that it's a Martinelli assist. And as it stands, United, Liverpool and Villa in the Champions League spots. Bournemouth, Sunderland, Europa League. Spurs are winning. And Brent saying it ain't happening for West Ham today. Well, not so far. But there's still half a game to go. Must be said as well, Reggie Labrie over at Sunderland. What a job he's done in his first season in the Premier League. From newly promoted, relegation. Everybody thought they were relegation fodder. Go on, Matt.
Yeah, if you'd asked me that at the start of the season, who is he? That's what I just said.
Yeah. Yeah, incredible job.
There's a man in the top we're looking at now in the stand, by the way, who makes you look like a fucking cruiserweight, Dan.
Really? Jesus Christ.
And and he's in a suit, a fitted suit, with a yellow tie.
Me. No, that was actually a white tie. It was just stained by egg yolk.
Very possible. Ricardo literally giving De Zerbi a piggyback during the, as in he's actually piggybacking on the back of De Zerbi during the celebrations. I'm like, interesting, as Mikalenko is receiving a lot of treatment here.
Konor bigging up Hadji Wright on the World Cup, in the USA World Cup squad and in the Prem next season. Yeah, coming up with Coventry. He looks a decent player from what I've seen. One thing that does kind of make me laugh is the amount of insistence from... Sounds nasty.
Yeah, it's not nice
I
at
just
all.
realised I can
Clips
just change
him.
the channel. We're now on the same game, just as in the run to half time.
Pickford clears the ball downfield. And we continue to play here. We're in the 51st minute now. And that's half time.
Lovely stuff. Do you have any half-time snackage, Matthew?
I do indeed, Mr. Griffin, which means I need to click this ticker button. And, of course, remind everybody out there, of course, they're here on the Volley at half-time. And we, of course, invite you to join us for the half-time.
I will be back.
We talk plays. We talk football.
And I will be back in a jiffy.
Yes. Okay, Dan. Excellent. Excellent. So I'm left holding a baby for a moment. So, yeah, we'll talk about what's happened in the first half so far, guys, shall we? Before we're waiting for Dan Griffin to come back, because me eating is not something they want to see. Guys, in the comments, do tell me what you thought of the first half so far. It's it ain't happening for West Ham today. It probably isn't as things stand, but you never know. That second half, anything could happen. Of course, I've got a lot of hope on that side of things. You know, I'm not the biggest Spurs fan, and I have been saying West Ham will stay up all season long, and I'm this close to being right for something for change, football related. Okay, okay. Who's eating a hot chip? We didn't sort that for this time. Can you believe that was 2 seasons ago? Now, Dan Griffin did the hot chip challenge on the last day of the season. That video is still up on the archive. Do go check it out, guys, if you haven't seen Dan Griffin eating the hottest tortilla chip known to man, which I found hilarious, and he was sweating bullets. I've never seen. I think that words Dan used at the time was, "It's not going. It's just not going." What a great day it was. It was a phenomenal day. It really, really was. I'm not eating a hot chip, but little spoiler for a moment's time. I came packing. I've got 2 hot pastries. Because I've got 2 games going on, so I bought 2. Because I want to make sure I eat well today. So yeah, going through the current scores in the Premier League on the last game of the season. It is Brighton 0, Man United 2. Man United, of course, secured in the Champions League spaces, of course. And Brighton just holding on to Europe as things stand. However, if Brentford do take the lead against Liverpool, they will move into that last Europa Conference spot. Burnley 0, Wolves 1. Wolves moving out of 20th place until Burnley will fall to the bottom of the table as things stand. The champions Arsenal 1 up at Crystal Palace as well. Phenomenal result for Palace. All season long, getting the getting the Europa Conference final. Good luck to them in that, of course, next Wednesday. Fulham 1, Newcastle 0. Newcastle again, not in the greatest start to end of the season, of course. Liverpool 0, Brentford 0 for Liverpool's farewell to Robbo and Salah, not going to plan as things stand. And Brentford again looking for that point or win, I should say, to get them into the Conference League for next season. Man City 1, Aston Villa 0 for FA Cup champions, leading the Europa League champions at halftime. Nottingham Forest 1, Bournemouth 0. Phenomenal season for Bournemouth, looking like they're going down 1-0 here, but will be in Europe next season. Sunderland 1, Chelsea 0. Chelsea, of course, the world champions, reigning world champions as things stand, and are currently behind at home, away at Sunderland. Spurs 1, Everton 0. Obviously, we'll be commenting on this game, of course. Spurs are on their way to safety as things stand. West Ham 0, Leeds 0. Things are not going well for West Ham at the moment. They need to score to have any chance to being in the top flight next season. 45 minutes to go in this Premier League season. Whew, take a breath, Matt. Take a breath. Into the chat we go. Now we're talking. Have you got 2 pastries, sir? Excellent. Making my halftime lunch. What is your halftime lunch, Connor? It's chicken and rice, I do believe. What do you do with the chicken, Connor? Anything particular you're doing with it? Or are you just sauteing it? There's no. Dan Griffin will be back in a jiffy, so I'm not quite sure if it's a jiffy or a meander. I'm not quite sure what his plans are on that side of things, but we'll get on with that, of course. Of course, don't forget, of course, that earlier today, of course, in the other games in today, of course, there was also the EFL League One playoff final. Bolton destroyed Stockport 4-1, and they'll be back in the Championship next season, which is quite the result for Bolton, and Stockport will go again. But given they weren't even a club 10 years ago, Stockport County will happily go again next season. Can you take a breather for a moment? Right, so while we're waiting for Dan Griffin, he's back.
I am. Just got a little snack for half time. The family were having a little barbecue outside, so got a banger. Got a garlic butter marinated chicken skewer. We've got a cheeseburger with a bit of ranch dressing on it, a big slab of grilled halloumi, and some feta tomato.
You lost me at ranch dressing.
Yeah, well, good job I'm eating it then.
Yeah. On the note of the skewer, by the way, a decent vet with a half a chance. Okay, maybe not.
Wrong with that. Silence, man.
Yeah, I've gone through the school. Wow. Wow. Well, we've got the chat is lighting up. The boss is saying, "Fucking hell, Dan." That put my £1 micro meal to shame. I'm sure it's fine on that side of things. That's an American lunch. That is. It is. That's an American lunch if I ever saw one. Says for sure. And Eric Freed popped into the chat from the National of E podcasts, West Ham fan, saying friends, waving. West Ham aren't playing badly. They're not scoring.
Mm-hmm.
They're not scoring. So Dan, you weren't here to see us. I've doubled up this tonight. I've got two pies.
Well, very nice. I'm sorry I stole your thunder.
I've got 2 pies. We've got 2 games on the go. So
yeah, good stuff. What pies have you got? What flavours?
Well,
so I asked that as he's taking a bite.
Just steak though.
Beautiful stuff.
Plenty of filling.
Very nice. Although that does look more of a pasty than a pie.
I had what I had.
Hey, I don't have a pie either.
Go through. The chat is going nicely.
Yeah, Bowen not
Bonus
scoring
win
in
the 13 games had been killer.
Yep, especially when nobody else in your team seems to.
It's not helped. It's not been helpful for has it? No.
No, it's
If
that's the thing.
if West Ham,
Sorry, go on, Matt.
If West Ham have got any saving grace on this side of things, is that Kinski is not likely based on stats to keep a clean sheet second half. So that's their saving grace, perhaps.
Fingers crossed. Turns out I can't inhale onion.
Bit of jeopardy
if my
would be
body
quite
does
nice.
try to.
For sure. But yeah, should Brentford beat Liverpool?
Should Brentford beat Liverpool?
I think my match is right now down. If Brentford beat Liverpool, they will take the last Europa League conference spot.
I believe so. Yes, that's right.
It's so close up there. It's so close.
Yeah, there was some convoluted way that if such and such beat such and such and Villa won the Europa League, which they have, that Liverpool and Bournemouth could end up level on everything and have to do a playoff. But I think that needed Bournemouth to win 5-0, which obviously isn't going to happen now. Konor quite rightly saying as well. Yeah, potentially. Konor rightly pointing out that TNT Sports putting the Champions League final behind a paywall in the UK is just scummy and not even good business. I quite agree. The first time since the Champions League's inception that the final hasn't been free to air in the UK.
Correct. So much so, but the Prime Minister has even said, no, this needs to be on free to air.
Quite
whether you are.
Go on, Matt.
Well, whether you are a fan, whether you are a supporter of the Prime Minister and his party or not, that's the sort of thing he should be doing, is standing up for the common man. So it's something. Of course, he is also a die-hard Arsenal fan by all accounts, and wants to. But I think he can afford TNT Sports.
Yeah, we'll find out in years to come that a TNT subscription was added to his expenses. If TNT to air.
Let's not forget, of course, that in the UK, at the end of next season, TNT loses all European coverage. It goes to Paramount Plus for the Champions League, and everything else goes to Sky Sports.
Oh, shit. Not what I was hoping for. I was hoping to get some games back on ITV, but there we are.
I mean, the good thing is, Dan, I'm pretty sure if needs be, I can always lend you my Paramount Plus.
I kind of don't want to watch it out of principle.
I mean, that's a fair point outside of things. Eric in the chat, what do you guys think of Ivan Toney making England squad? I thought he retired. Saudi Arabia, see your point on that side of things. We discussed it briefly earlier about how he scored 33 goals in 36 games over in Saudi, but that's like being the skinny kid at fat camp.
Yeah. Very true, Matthew. Very true.
Konor in the thank you. Konor in the chat is saying, "I saw the Prime Minister tweet. That's why I brought it up." You follow the Prime Minister on Twitter? Jesus Christ, Connor. I need like an older man, but come on. Using taxpayers' money for a TNT sports subscription, not the worst thing politicians can be too, to be honest. No, but there's way worse things our prime minister could be doing than that. That's for sure.
Yeah, I remember when that would have actually been a scandal. Nowadays, it wouldn't even crack the top 20. But let's not get political.
No,
We're here
not
to
at
talk
all.
football.
Eric says, being the skinny kid at Fat Cat. Eric, I've seen you on camera, my friend. You are nowhere near a large man in any shape of imagination. Trust me from someone who is a large man, who weighed in at 298 pounds last week. At the same time, I was 340 on my wedding day, but because Dan was there that day.
I was
a big man.
You were, and I still picked you up.
You did, which was quite impressive. I then tried to pick you up, and that did not go well.
Yeah, well, you might be a big man, but I'm a very big man. So.
You got the height that helps with that. You have the height that helps.
Oh yeah, it's all the leverage. That's all it is. As West Ham and Leeds are just making the way out for the second half, and I think Spurs and Everton are lined up.
You do the same at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
We've got a split screen this end.
Eric saying, man, I'm at 235. I need to eat on the chocolate milk. I'm not sure what milk is the problem there, my friend. Connor saying, I don't follow him. I just get UK news in my feed. Okay, that's more to your power then on that one, Connor.
At least in the
I just noticed how white the stadium is.
What in Tottenham? Is that the seats or the? Oh wow!
It's as in the shirts are being worn. The shirts are being worn down the shirts.
Do you know? I've been there, and it's an absolutely beautiful facility. It's not modern stadiums don't
got
hold
a fun
that
track
much.
underneath it.
Yeah, modern stadiums don't hold that much character for me, but as a facility, it is superb. We're underway.
Another huddle for the Spurs players. Goal at the City of Manchester Stadium.
I don't have my phone on me. It's in my pocket. I'll get there. I'm going.
Aston Villa have equalised against Man City.
Hey. Go on, ruin Pep's last game. No, that's the wrong game. Ollie Watkins.
England
goal for Ollie.
Ollie Watkins.
Yeah, and one that deserves to be there because actually I saw a graphic flashed up just before half time in the West Ham Leeds game showing the most goal involvements by an English player in the Premier League. Ollie Watkins is up there. Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Oh, Leeds. Good save from Hermanson down low. Welbeck was in the top four. Calvert-Lewin was in the top four. And then it was Morgan Gibbs-White and Ollie Watkins.
Spurs set to kick off here for the second half.
Oh, Callum Wilson plays it through. West Ham are in.
To hold on.
Oh no, Tati Castellanos played through on goal by Callum Wilson, just fell over his own feet. He had two defenders with him, but that was a golden
delay
chance.
here. The delay here with technology for the referee here, so we are behind a little bit here. Technology for the referee, I believe it's his headset. For the assistant referee, I believe, it's just got a little delay, so they have to wait until it's ready.
Goals flying in now, 2-0 to Arsenal, 2-0 to Sunderland. Don't have a scorer in the Arsenal.
Goals. You want more goals, Dan?
I did indeed. Don't have scores of those just yet, but I'll let you know when they come through on live score. whenever that may be. It's taking its time.
Gusto own goal.
After and it was Madueke after I was talking rubbish about him earlier. Yeah, Madueke scores for Arsenal after I was.
There's still.
Yeah.
Just so you know, Dan, we are still not underway yet at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Ooh. And the only goalless games remain Liverpool, Brentford, and West Ham, Leeds.
I can just about hear the commentary here, and they complain, and Mr. Neville is complaining that the West Ham game has kicked off when this game has not yet.
Well, why? It's not like It's not like they can communicate over to the West Ham game and delay it. Is it? Well, that Neville's a prick sometimes.
I wouldn't be surprised if the drink break at West Ham maybe lasts a little bit longer. That's all I'll say.
Yeah. As Ayo Tanaka's over the corner for Leeds, swings it in. Oh, it's bundled in. Hermanson just drops on it. No real conviction in the finish from strike because I don't think he expected to get to him.
Third goal at Brighton, Dan Griffin.
Ooh. I don't know who Brent's calling a twat, but I'd love to know. It goes to Man United, and it's Bruno Fernandes, assisted by Patrick Dorgu, returning the favour from earlier. And actually, the assist for Burmo came from Amad Diallo. Connor letting us know as well that Noni Madueke got the Arsenal goal, and Brent saying, "Oh my God, he's such a twat." I don't know who you're referring to, Brent. That doesn't help either. Oh, Neville. There we go. We got there in the end.
I think we are finally about to get underway. We're finally about to get underway, but sometimes technology goes wrong. Sometimes it happens. But what's the time currently in the game at West Ham? Because we're underway now.
We're 50. We're coming up to 50 minutes, so the West Ham game is 5 minutes ahead. As I am going to finally take a bite of this burger. And Leeds have a free kick in a dangerous position here.
The crucial thing, of course, is the game. The really crucial thing here, Dan, of course, is the game will not have any added time for it because the game had not kicked off.
Mm-hmm. Depending on what happens, it could be a very nervy 5 minutes for the West Ham fans sat in the stadium. As Leeds take the free kick, blocked by the wall, and that was the worst. That was the saddest, dinky little attempt at a finish from Brendan Aronson on the rebound. Closer to the corner flag than the goal. Oh, dear. Brent saying he can't type and he's half pissed already. Good man. Celebrate that league title. What are you drinking?
Absolutely good, man. Absolutely good, man.
It's a check for more goals. No more gone in.
It is a goal kick.
West Ham on the attack. Somerville down the left-hand side, cutting inside. No real support.
Ball goes behind. Yeah, it's definitely a goal kick.
Oh! Mess up. Somerville just carved through the Leeds defence down the left-hand side. Complete pinball and chaos at the back for Leeds, and it gets blazed over the bar. I'm not sure who that came off last, whether it's a goal kick or...
Oh, great save by Pickford. Keeps everything in it. Ball comes in. Jed Spence take on his left foot and spilled behind by Everton. Goal at Turf Moor, Dan Griffin. Goal at Forest, Dan Griffin.
Fuck's sake. Bournemouth have an equaliser. James Tavernier. Sorry, not James, Marcus Tavernier gets the equaliser for Bournemouth. And Burnley have the equaliser against Wolves, Zion Fleming.
So yeah, we've had a goal earlier for Tottenham. That is now the most goals scored in any Premier League season from a corner.
Brilliant. Eric asking, are games in the lower leagues fun? I need to go next year. Speaking as somebody who's spent the last 3-4 seasons attending National League games, yes, they are. The football isn't always of the highest quality, but it's paid by people who feel privileged to be footballers and actually make it a living. And it means so much more the less money is involved, to be quite frank. So, yeah, I would urge you to check out lower league games. Brent saying, I live in Nebraska. Any time is a good time to drink around here. You don't change your football team. I haven't changed my football team. I just find it. I've just had more fun attending York City games than watching Premier League on TV.
Goal at the Fame of Light, Dan Griffin.
Oh.
I timed that wrong, didn't I?
Cole Palmer has one back for Chelsea. 2-1 Sunderland. And Connor quite rightly pointing out the mighty York are in the EFL next year. Yes, League Two. The heights of League Two. Very much looking forward to it. Mark saying, I've been to loads of non-league matches over the years and there have been some belters. There certainly have. Ampadu takes a long throw for Leeds into the West Ham box.
So the question I have for you, Dan, about York City is, have you renewed your season ticket?
Yes, I have. Absolutely renewed it. Same seat as last year. As Somerville gets to it before Darlow. He's gone too wide. Somerville just looking for something to do. Trickles into the box, but nobody's there. Somerville tries to head it back in. It's cleared as far as Malik Diouf. But yeah, we've definitely renewed the season ticket. It's only £50 more this season than last season, and that's after a 2 or 3 year price freeze on season tickets. So I'll take that.
Really? So, yeah, 40 minutes or so of season left to go for Tottenham Hotspur. They are staying in the Premier League as things stand by the skin of their teeth, it has to be said.
Yeah, definitely. Just a quick time check for Eric. Dan, what minute are you on for West Ham? I am on 56 minutes and 24 seconds, 25, 26, 27. So, yeah, I'm halfway through the 57th minute. Liverpool have just taken the lead at Brentford. Curtis Jones.
Go at Anfield, Dan Griffin.
I just said that. Liverpool take the lead through Curtis Jones. Yeah. Do I need to say it a third time? Yeah, can you hear me, Matt?
It's a little bit fuzzy, but I do think it's my end somehow.
Yeah, it definitely is. But if you didn't hear it, Curtis Jones scored for Liverpool and it was a Salah assist. Eric, when you say about the stream being 45 seconds behind, it's because I think it's just sheerly because of the ocean between us. We're getting the Sky broadcast immediately, and there's always a delay going overseas. And take a bite of burger.
Everton have the third most away points this season of 26. Only Man City and Arsenal have got more points than them, Dan.
Well, they can pull the fingers out and pick up 3 more.
Fingers crossed on that side of things.
I'm now checking. There is a delay, Matt, because I can hear both of us coming out of your end. Not that way. I'm now checking. There is a delay, Matt, because I can hear both of us coming out of your end. Not that way.
I'm going to quickly leave and then rejoin Dan.
Okay, no problem. And I will soldier on with the Leeds game and my probably 3 bites of burger that I've got left. As you can probably gather, there's not too much happening in the Leeds game. Leeds are quite content to poke and prod the way through. And West Ham aren't pressing massively well. So as we just about to hit 60 minutes past, not a vast amount happening. Yeah. How is everyone? You all right, folks? You all good? West Ham picked the ball up in their own box. Leeds' attack just fell apart there. Somerville's really been a live wire as he flicks the ball forward, trying to set Callum Wilson away. But Darlow just sees it into his own box, picks it up, and distributes it back out to Bogle, who was looking away. We've had a collision in the box. Ampadu and Somerville both down holding the heads. Not quite sure what happened there. Didn't see it. So I'll go to a question from Eric as Matt rejoins. As Eric says, would you sack Nuno regardless? No, I wouldn't. Nuno Espirito Santo's proved himself he's proved himself a fantastic manager. If you can get the recruitment right, I think West Ham's weakness is recruitment. How many times over the years have they recruited awful strikers or just mediocre centre-backs? West Ham, there's elements of a really good team there. And if you can keep Nuno in the Championship, you'll come back at the first opportunity. Whether Nuno wants to stay is another thing. But yeah, certainly wouldn't sack him. James agreeing, Nuno is a legend, got Wolves and Forest into Europe. Nuno is a god. So,
is that better, Dan?
I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Can you see me? The amazing thing, I've just switched to a hotspot on my phone.
A bit of an internet boost. It seems to be helping.
Yeah. Thank goodness that I've got so much data on my phone to use that.
Well, we've got a head injury this end, so a double head injury. So at this rate, it's going to be
massive goal at the City of Manchester Stadium. Dan Griffin. Villa now lead 2-1.
Villa have taken the lead. However, apparently, I'm seeing reports that Brentford have just equalised against Liverpool. Ollie Watkins again for Villa. And Brentford have indeed equalised. I don't know who scored. Chelsea have had a man sent off. Don't know who. Oh, Wesley Fofana has been sent off in the Chelsea game. Still no word on the
Slade.
Brentford scorer. Kevin Schade.
Sorry. I'm reading my notifications very, very haphazardly. Sorry.
That's fine. Easy done.
People are blind as a bat commentator.
So we are back underway at the London Stadium. Leeds looking to take the attack, but get dispossessed on the left flank. Referee's blown up for something. I think it was a handball. But he waves the players back on who were off for an HIA. So we're back, as it were, back to what it was in the Champions League places. Oh, lovely. Talk us through it.
Free kick. It goes deep. They can't seem to bring it down to control here. Spurs trying to get rid of it. Everton recycling it, and Spurs push out as best they can. And it ends up back with Everton at the halfway line.
Just had another Leeds attack fizzle out at this end. Callum Wilson's come on for West Ham. Much more of a presence up top.
I thought he was already on. You told about the first half, mate.
No, he was dropped.
You definitely mentioned about him doing a through ball in the first half.
I got the name wrong then. It was because it was Castellanos and Pablo in the first half. But he came on at half.
You did correct yourself. You did correct yourself, to be fair. But to be fair, man, you were playing like crazy this morning. So I'm sorry about that.
Yes, it's all right. It's all right. Eric, on the West Ham note, Nuno's some of his strategies, like 5 at the back being Newcastle and Brentford, was diabolical. But I agree totally on the recruitment being awful. I wish we'd gone from Moyes to Nuno. Yeah, there was a lot for Nuno to figure out, with the personnel he had, how to get the best out of them. And that's the thing, Nuno always will do that. As West Ham are on the break here with Mateus Fernandes, squares it to Callum Wilson, who stutters taking his shot and the shot's blocked. Somerville tries to pick Strike's pocket, but Leeds just quite pleasantly bring it out. No real danger. Making the way down the right with Jadon Bogle. Who gives it away? Brendan Harrison couldn't quite get it. Got Kyle Walker-Peters down the right, being attended to by James Justin, and goes past him, tries to get the cross away, and it goes out for a corner. Again, as it stands, I am watching the only goalless game of the day. But it's not been a boring one.
We can swap, you want that?
Nah, it's all right. I'm invested in this now. I'm not going to change after 65 minutes.
Double train for Everton.
West Ham got a corner coming in shortly. And it comes, floated over, punched away by Darlow, back out to Bowen. Who's taking on the Mecca. Bowen gets the better of him. Or so I thought. Blocked for another corner. West Ham finally starting to put some pressure on in the second half. Corner about to come in. Swung in. It's 1-0. 1-0 West Ham. Pablo with the header.
George and Armstrong on. Roll and O'Brien off. That is news going to go round the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium for sure. Dan Griffin, talk us through it when you get the replay.
So the goal, I've got it wrong. Pablo's actually gone off. It's Tati Castellanos. Bowen swung the corner in towards the back post. Tati Castellanos leaps like a salmon, nods it home. Simple as you like. Yes, Cam, it was a Bowen assist. So come on, Everton. That feels dirty to say, but there we are. I am no longer watching.
To please our friend Graham of MGB and Google Backup fame, 6-7, just to please him. So that could be a very crucial goal. Don't do that. Come back.
Only because it had annoyed Graham.
West Ham are doing all they can do. And the news has reached the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Now, come on, Spurs.
There is a big, deep... You can actually hear the uncertainty around the stadium. Half hour of play here.
Yeah, a lot riding on this.
West Ham have done everything they can do. Garner, a long throw on the far side. He has got quite the arm on him. You're not kidding. That reached the penalty spot.
We've just got the drinks break at West Ham. And hang on, Richarlison was defended.
He was back. He was back. Literally, everyone was back. Everybody was back. When the ball actually broke, Mikalenko was easy enough to sweep it back to Pickford with no one challenging him at all.
Eric, come on, Lions. And KPB just need Spurs to be Spursy. We do. We really do.
There are people, the Spurs fans are looking at their phones and not looking at the game.
Yeah, we'll get no more updates from West Ham at the minute. As I say, we are in the drinks break. Just scouring through to see if there's any other goals elsewhere. Nothing coming through so far.
There will be mistakes in this game, in the Tottenham Everton game. It all relies on Tottenham throwing away their lead here.
Which has happened.
There's no guarantee that... Which has happened in every game this season at some point or other. And Everton intercepted an easy pass. Spurs had 19 shots, 2 on target. Everton have had 5, none on target so far. But you only need the 1.
Leeds have taken off Calvert-Lewin and Dimitri Biol and brought on Wilfried Gnonto and Dan James. So they are going for pure pace to win this game. As Malik Diouf, he was sent way down the left. His touch was just a little too heavy. Otherwise, he was in with a shot on goal, but it's pumped up field by Darlow towards Nemeka, who I believe looked offside.
I believe you've got 20 minutes left in your game, Dan.
Yes, we're just coming up to the 70th and 71st minute now. 20
West
minutes
Ham
to go.
25 minutes here at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. As things stand, West Ham being relegated by winning at home to Leeds United. Everton 1-0 behind. Everton have no real desire to help, as it were, but they want to win.
Everton still have an outside chance of making a European spot. It would take... Yeah, if they win, they go to 52 points. Oh, no, sorry, no, Brighton have already secured it. Oh, I thought they were in with a shot of getting a European place, I heard this afternoon. Apparently, I was wrong.
Evan, nice little voice turn.
Mo Salah's been taken off at Anfield.
Standing ovation, no doubt.
Sorry, I'm getting updates as well.
Yes, Salah in off 3 points.
Corner
Salah
to Everton.
Off. Oh, Everton have a corner. Come on, Everton.
Thank you to Spud in the background for updates.
Yep. And my niece asking if she could have one of my True Bar Extra Strong mints.
Where's Chris is taking mine?
Leeds have got a long
Garner over
here.
this. Garner over his corner. Kinski flaps at it. Did not get to it. Everton retain it. Mikalenko. And Everton get a throw on the far side. And Garner coming across to take it again. Spurs fans looking nervous. I see fingernails being chewed now. Genuinely. Where's the Sky Sports director finding the kid in the crowd is crying? Need to find out after full time.
Well, I'll be honest, I just flicked over to see Mo Salah taking his place on the bench, looking very emotional. I'm going to watch that later.
Mikalenko drives it deep. It's like it's last minute. There's 67th minute here as well now, Dan.
Yeah, we're into the 73rd. No more goals in the rest of the league so far.
If Everton get another goal, it really will make an interesting finale. The action area is all in the Spurs box.
Leeds are quite happy just to knock it around, it seems here. I know they're safe and they've got no burning desire to get forward.
Pickford on the ball. Dewsbury Hall back to Pickford. And it does feel weird saying it, Dan. But
rooting for Everton.
Very heavy ball from Pickford, but Mikolenko tied it up. Thank goodness. It just hit Dewsbury Hall on the back of the heels.
Sorry, as to be said as well, Cam's just been walking through, as I said about Everton. Cam actually played at Goodison on Friday.
I saw it on my socials. Congratulations to him for walking out at a half-decent stadium.
Shame he's not a half-decent footballer.
He played at a World Cup.
If you like. Konor letting us know that Havertz had a great chance, but blocked on the line.
Thanks, Konor.
I'm on 10 tucks here, and I'm not even watching your game. I'll definitely tune in for the last 5 minutes or so.
Yeah. One little thing about Salah, you said 257 goals, 9 years, 9 million trophies. That is one hell of a haul for someone who will go down as one of the greatest to ever grace the Premier League.
Yeah, there's, and you can,
what a tackle! What a tackle by the Everton man.
Konor letting us know that Eze is coming on for Jesus now.
Spurs yet to make a change, but that was a tackle by George.
Oh, Tyreek George has come on.
Yeah, George and Armstrong came on for O'Brien. And
yes, you did say sorry.
Brow.
Yeah, my mistake.
Garner. Oh, another foul by Barry. Oh, did you know that? Barry George. Like it. De Zerbi is giving kisses to his players before they come on. Sar's coming on, and
what a turn from Somerville!
You check my sheet here, and Colin Moani coming on as well.
Somerville is such a skillful player, and I've just remembered ex-Leeds, so something of a not a homecoming because it's not Ellen Road, but Somerville played against his old team, ripping them apart with the ball at his feet, but just can't find that final ball.
Drink break time at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. 20 minutes to go.
14 minutes here.
West Ham have done all they need to do. It's all on Everton now.
According to LiveScore, no shots on target for Everton so far that game.
That is correct.
They've picked a fine time to remember that they're Everton. Yeah, not much happening in this game now as Leeds are just sort of poking and prodding down the right-hand side. Brendan Aronson tries to get in the box, but it's dealt with by the defender. As Malik Diouf tries to clear, but it comes off Aronson for a goal kick.
Easy's on for Jesus for Arsenal. Go on, Everton. Buddy Scout is ruining the fun. And Everton just a nice goal, and they don't. But one goal is all it takes sometimes. A little bit of a change of it can be all the difference.
Well, we need two, though. That's the thing.
But one goal makes all the difference. As off comes Tell and on goes Pape Sarr.
I really like Pape Sarr. I think he's a good player. He's definitely one that I look to.
for Conor
He
McCabe.
can get in the bin. Disassi, you sneaky bastard. There's a break in play here as there's been a foul and Leeds are looking to bring 2 more subs on. And Disassi clocked that the referee wasn't looking at him. Just dribbled the ball away slightly and kicked it towards his keeper. It should have been a yellow card. As Ayo Tanaka and Jaden Bogle come off. And Facundo Buonanotte and Joel Piroux come on. Easy to remember that Facundo Buonanotte is actually on the books at Chelsea. He's on loan at Leeds. Another Brighton player that went to Chelsea, and I think 2 more now of players are going to Chelsea after they'd previously gone from Brighton to Strasbourg. Saw someone getting very conspiratorial about that with the amount of players that are going via Strasbourg to Chelsea. Strasbourg and Chelsea, of course, in the same with the same ownership group. Oh, West Ham are breaking down the lot. Bowen's in here. Bowen, 2-0. What a ball. What a ball down the line for Bowen, and Bowen slots home. What a finish. Plays it across goal, down into the bottom right-hand corner, the keeper's bottom right-hand corner, straight across him. That was beautiful. So West Ham double the lead and really need Everton to do them a favour here.
They've done all they can do. It's Spurs have a corner here. 2-0 West Ham.
That was Mateus Fernandes. Just split the defence in half after the ball was won back. Bowen looked up, nobody there. Defender didn't get tight to him. Made a split-second decision and slots it home. Bowen should be on the plane as well.
Fulham 2, Newcastle 0.
Oh, so it is. I don't have a score on that yet.
I'm just seeing Bowen's goal here. Oh, very nicely finished. Cream and almonds. That's a bit of that. Lovely.
Yeah. Oh, wow. For Fulham, it is club captain Tom Kearney. As Andy Robertson,
Yeah, Spurs got hold on here.
Andy Robertson is coming off the field at Liverpool, calling time on his Anfield career.
I do believe someone has popped into the chat.
Hey, Graham's around. Good evening, gents. Hello, Graham.
And Connor confirming it was Kenny of the goal. Yeah. Thank you to everybody who's joined us today, by the way. It's been, I know it's the hottest day of the year here in the UK so far, but it's a cold reception for one of these 2 great London-based clubs as they face the peril of the championship. As Pickford cleared the ball down the field, 76 minutes on the clock here. We are about 5 minutes behind the West Ham game due to a technology error for the linesman at the start of the second half.
We've just had a very silly foul given away by one of the Leeds centre-backs there. I think it was Strike. Runs in, puts both hands on the back of the West Ham player.
Spurs killing all given away here. Very careless. It's all still very messy here down the moment.
Yeah. Silly fouls on this end as well. Just very much last 10 minutes of the season for a team that know they're safe in Leeds. West Ham have just gone about the business very well.
Guys, above Dan Griffin in the chat, if you want to cast your vote on who you think will go down from this position, type 1 for West Ham, type 1 for Spurs, and 2 for West Ham. As things stand at the moment, we currently have it as 1-1. It would seem. As Everton are breaking here. Sorry, Dan.
That's fine, but there's more interesting things going on in your game than this one. It's just Callum Wilson having his pocket picked and then Leeds not following up on it.
Graham in the chat saying what kind of footballers like the best. And this is actually quite a witty one. Penalty. As Everton in the box momentarily.
You missed a chance at a little joke there, Matt. You could have said penalty and made it a knob joke.
Yeah, I don't do knob jokes. That's too highbrow for me.
Fair enough.
And Spurs will take all the time in the world over his throwing.
Well, speaking of forgotten ex-Premier League players, some MLS news today from Konor. Charlotte FC announced that forward Wilfried Zaha will depart the club following the conclusion of his loan on June 30th. I completely forgot that he was over there. Yeah, I think Zaha's still on the books at one of the Turkish clubs.
Galatasaray.
Oh, yeah, or Fenerbahce, one of the big two.
It was Galatasaray. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. And my Turkish league is not the strongest.
Bringing it up now.
Apologies for the screaming in the background. There are children playing in a pool 3 gardens away, but they seem to have found megaphones.
Yeah, it's Galatasaray. Buonanotte takes a shot and it's deflected wide. Yeah, you're right,
to
Matt.
play here.
He's had a tidy season in the MLS as Will. Or is it season or seasons? When did he go there? Oh, it's his second MLS season. Across the 2 seasons, 43 games, 13 goals. Not awful. As the ball drops to Leeds player, is that Joe Pirou? Bit of pinball in the box. Callum Wilson clears. Pinged back in by Leeds, and Bowen gets the header away.
There's a Madison coming on.
Who is?
Don't forget to like and share, subscribe, guys. Just below me. As Spurs back again. This is Sarr. Colomwani. Spence back to Sarr, who charges into the box and falls over and is booked for simulation. Michael Oliver was looking right at it. You know, look at it. Is it simulation? Let's have a look. He drives into that box. Yeah, he doesn't touch him. He doesn't touch him at all. He hops over it. That is really good refereeing. Really good refereeing. So, Dan, as a fan of Puppy Star, do you approve of that dive or not?
I don't approve of any dive, but every player does it.
That is also quite true, unfortunately. Oh, hello.
Gray with another joke. What do you call a cheap circumcision? A rip-off. Yeah, but I'd probably still leave a tip.
Madison is on.
Dan James breaking down the right, finds Nemeka, tries to find Pirou, who just heads the ball into the arms of Hermanson.
Madison's on for Gallagher, and off. And next one coming on is Archie Gray for Bentancur.
Hell of a player, young Archie
Very
Gray.
Handsome Archie Gray. Way more handsome than his dad. And less sexist by all accounts, which isn't a high bar.
I was going to say, you'd hope so. Wilfried Nonto attacking down the left comes to nothing. West Ham look to break again. Lovely bit of skill from Jared Bowen.
It at the Tottenham Stadium.
Yeah, Bowen gets taken down, and we've got 3 minutes of regular time remaining. Everton, if you're going to do something, you best do it now.
A 16-year-old for Wolves, mental, fair play. No sponsor on shirt due to betting sponsor. 10 minutes to go in the wooden spoon match. And so, wait a minute. So, one Wolves player has not got anything on his shirt at all because of it should have been the whole thing just in case he came on for everybody. You'd have thought. Everton have got a man down, but Everton aren't putting it out. Yeah, fill us in here, James, would you?
I think looking at the lineup, it's probably Jerome Abbey who's just come on.
Garner has been holding his head tightly. He does get kneed in the back of the head, to be fair. Now, it looks like it did hurt, but he's as soon as he gets up and he's just touching it very gently now. It's not the biggest pain in the world. But I've a triple substitution here for Everton.
Hopefully, it's someone who can score. As West Ham looks to attack again, some lovely
Barry's off.
Between.
Goal at Palace. They've pulled one back. Mateta's pulled one back.
Hey, brilliant. Somerville coming down the left there, dinks it out to Fernandez, who turns on a sixpence rather nicely. Tries to hoik it over to whoever the number 55 is.
It's 2-2 at the City Manchester Stadium.
Ooh, I think that's not even come up on my thing yet. Still short. Oh,
There's Beto, Alcaraz, and Coleman on.
Phil Foden. But there is a VAR check.
So Beto on for Barry. Coleman has come on. I'm not quite sure who for. So Seamus Coleman gets his farewell.
Looks like Seamus Coleman came on for Timmy Rodbenham. Alcaraz came on for Keenan Dewsbury Hall.
Yeah, thank you. And Spurs give away a free kick, and they're complaining about it. The Zerbi has to tell them to get back. They're still refereeing for free. And Jed Spence trying to throw the ball away, but it's caught out of the air expertly there by the number 37 for Everton. Pickford's going to launch this long. 5 to play.
We're coming up to 90 minutes here as the West Ham defender puts it out for a corner.
And it will do for Spurs.
4 minutes added time.
Goal correction. Goal disallowed for Phil Foden.
Oh, good. See, why couldn't Aston Villa do this a few seasons ago when it would have won Liverpool the league?
And die. Now
2-2 at Crystal Palace.
Phenomenal. I love that momentarily. It's Everton in the box. Her shot. Somehow it's kept out.
Bastards.
It's somehow kept out by Mickey van der Ven and Kinski.
They finally found some backbone. We will get to the messages shortly as Leeds whip a corner in. It's cleared off the line by Bowen. Hoofed away. I still haven't got a goal scorer for Palace yet. Jeremy Pino. There is a VAR check.
Grigio. Oh, it's all kicking off. It's all kicking off now. Madison and Garner.
Some stats coming through from the viewers. Sorry, Matt, you've
Referee
gone, then I'll get to those in a minute.
Palhinha's been booked. Oh, kick off again. Colin Wiley wants to have a word with Tarkowski. That's not a fight you want to have, mate. Go for Dan.
Just looking through some of the messages here, if it'll actually let me go up the chat. Connor letting us know that Ter Stegen won La Liga and was relegated from La Liga in the same season. He must have gone out on loan somewhere. Graham, great stat from Richard Osman. If West Ham are relegated today, then next season will be the first season. Oh, one that you said earlier, Matt. First season in the entire history of England's top flight without a team beginning with W. 7 minutes injury time from Connor. Just quickly, Brent saying, thank God we already won the league because it's 2-2. That goal has been chalked off, according to live score.
Yeah,
Connor says later on it's offside. Yeah, offside, and Brent said as well. So yeah, that's us all caught up on the chat. As Leeds just gave the ball away. How have West Ham not
Mikalenko.
got great save?
Back in deep. Spurs throwing everything at this to try and keep their 1-goal lead. Pickford is almost on the halfway line. Coleman, Mikalenko, Pickford now playing sweeper. And Spurs are leading players on the ground to try and hold up play.
I will be joining you on that game in just a minute as West Ham swing a corner in and it gets headed over for another corner. Injury time in the rest of the games bar Burnley versus Wolves and your game, Matt.
Yeah.
There's West Ham take a pervert corner. Play to Somerville. Squares it to Wilson. Wilson
win it.
Oh, what a goal! Callum Wilson just scored an absolute rocket in the last 30 seconds of the game to put West Ham 3-0 up. He picks it up from Somerville just outside the D and launches it through a crowd of players to the keeper's left. It's deflected. It was deflected away to the keeper's left. 3-0 West Ham. They are going out with a bang.
Tarkowski is given the foul's given. He doesn't actually make contact with the head, and he goes down. He has been booked despite the fact that he actually didn't make contact, but that's neither here nor there. Spurs are chanting like they've just won the league title.
We're into the last few seconds.
Spurs change here.
And that's it at the London Stadium. West Ham win 3-0, and we're just waiting to find out how Spurs get on in the end. I'm flicking over. I'm just going to watch this corner in the Liverpool game. Swung in by Szoboszlai, headed away.
Drags it on for Udogie. Full time, West Ham 3, Leeds 0. They've done all they could do. We're in 90 minutes now.
I will join you there in a second, but Liverpool have got another corner and they're still chasing the game.
West Ham are just waiting now to see what happens.
I must say, Brentford's away kit for next. I'm assuming this is their away kit for next season.
9 minutes added on. 9 added
Good
on.
stuff.
Spurs fans are booing it. Unsurprisingly.
Come on, let's have a comeback.
9 minutes added on at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Mikalenko. And a foul in the middle of a pitch and a head injury. Both sets of medics being called on. There'll be more time added on here.
I'll stay with the Liverpool game as Liverpool are still probing and trying to find a way to win. I think, is that Van Dijk playing left wing? He's nodded back to Kelleher, all safe. Kelleher slips trying to unleash Igor Thiago. Wow, this is scrappy. Looking at the Liverpool lineup here, I think they brought on Amara Nalo to play centre-back. Joe Gomez is on. Virgil van Dijk. Frimpong came on for Salah. Or Virgil came on for Salah. Frimpong for Robbo.
They found a nervous kid in the crowd, Dan.
Wonderful. That's what football's all about.
They've also found the shirtless people who really shouldn't be shirtless.
Look like a sock full of blancmange.
Not because they're fat, just because they have no chest hair and they look ugly.
I've personally got
football in the chat. Spurs are going to hold on. Yeah. It looks like it, to be fair. It doesn't look like it, to be fair. But to be fair, they've been out of play now for 90 seconds because they've been taking care of the down Spurs player. But we're seeing the box again, and again, the man who makes that look like a fucking cruiserweight is in the background. It's Pape Sarr who's coming off. He's not going off, he's just coming off.
I thought you meant he was being subbed.
I mean, they may still win. Spurs, the job is not done, Spurs, yet. They're celebrating like they have got the job done. There's still another 8 minutes by my calculations.
Brentford just spurned a golden opportunity to score.
It goes deep. Everton! Kinski puts it over!
Bastard.
No, it's been given as a goal kick. It's a really, really beautiful header. Kinski touched it, but it's given as a goal kick.
Terrible referee.
Oh, no, another angle. He doesn't touch it. I'm so sorry. I had to hold my hands up.
Terrible
I got
punditry.
that one wrong. I got that one wrong there. All of a sudden, those people who were chanting so loudly aren't chanting so loudly no more. 93.5 minutes played, and we're going to have at least another 5.5.
And that's the game at Liverpool. It ends 1-1. The season ends with a whimper. Somehow they made Champions League. I don't know how. And that's the end of 2 Liverpool legends, and possibly a third if Alisson ends up going to Juventus.
If you believe the rumours, that's very possible. A chance for or even Young Woodman to step up. Young Woodman had a great little spell between the 6 this season.
He did. I'm with you on the Spurs-Everton game.
94-15.
Porro down, holding his face after being held off in his chest.
And up again.
George. Yeah, it's a miracle.
A miracle was witnessed today. And Spurs going deep as Pickford is beaten in the air, but has full control of the ball back in his area. And Everton throw the ball quickly.
Connor, you'll forgive us if we don't really care about Arsenal at the minute.
We'll get to the chat in a minute, Connor, we promise. 5 to play. No Spurs pressure at all on Pickford.
4 minutes to play, maybe a little bit more, as you were saying, Matt, with the simulation and the substitutes.
I definitely think there's something in there for sure. We'll go that wide
and play it out. Is that Dwight McNeil on the right?
I'll check who's gone, who's off. To be fair, we think deep. Oh,
that was nowhere near as close as I thought it was when it left his head. That was Carlos Alcaraz coming in.
Dangerous chance though.
And breathe.
My deputy manager from work is saying I can't watch. 3 to play plus any additional added on. Deserve trying to rouse the crowd. While we've got a break in play momentarily, Conor is saying we are the champions, my friend, and we'll keep fighting to the end. You are the champions and enjoy it, Conor. Seriously, enjoy it as a former champion ourselves.
And fighting actually how. Go on.
Everton lose the ball after getting a scrappy one, and then Spurs will take all the time in the world over the free kick.
Yeah. What I was going to say is fighting is the operative word there for Arsenal, because that's their entire corner routine. Just have a bit of a rumble in the box and nod it home.
Indeed, Spurs and Arsenal 18 goals each this season from corners, which is the most in Premier League history.
Just seen a Spurs fan there celebrating with his shirt off. He looked like what I'd imagine Rob Beckett to look like if he was never famous.
What, all teeth and hair?
No, dodgy teeth, dodgy hair, dodgy glasses. I'm just being a bit mean.
I'm not sure you and me can complain about ugly glasses, Dan.
No. It's very much a pot and kettle situation for me. The ball goes out for an Everton throw-in halfway inside their own half.
I'm pleased that Everton aren't just like, whatever, so it doesn't really affect us. It does affect them.
A bit of professional integrity. That was surely, I was going to say, that was surely a foul. I don't even know who plays number 10 for Spurs anymore. Is that 10?
Madison.
No, that was his hair's grown. He's not had a haircut while he's been injured.
Well, he hasn't played all season. He came back for 4 games and they haven't lost a game since. Played short. Into the box it goes. Mikolenko.
Well, just done Corkle. Tyreek George.
Goes for goal! What a save by Kinski!
This is the thing.
Is that the save that will save him up?
I've been saying it all season. You don't become bad players overnight, and Kinski had a really good run last season. So God knows what's been going on all season for Spurs. It wasn't the greatest shot from George, but
what
through
a
the crowd,
save.
getting beautiful stuff.
Corner. Hit a thunder bastard. It goes really deep.
Lovely touch from Tyreek George. You don't have the time to piss about, lad.
Mikolenko thought about hitting it, doesn't. Garner puts back in. Over the top from Tarkovsky, and that should do it.
Except for the couple of minutes that Spurs are staying up now. I'm pretty sure it involved Everton scoring 2 goals in 2 minutes.
He's asking for time. He's like, no, you go. Your man was down for half an hour.
It's amazing how football managers forget about time added on. And I understand it in the moment, but Jesus Christ. Oh, and the worrying thing is apparently Andy Robertson's agreed to go to Spurs next season.
If they stay up.
Who's that putting himself about 39?
The referee has not got his... Moani. Colin Moani.
Mm.
The referee has not got his whistle with his lips yet. And it's given as a throw to Everton. Nice little turn.
Is that Seamus Coleman?
It is Seamus Coleman. I did say he was on.
I know. I'm shocked that I don't think I've not seen him pull out that kind of skill for about 10 years.
Mikolenko. And referee still not got his whistle in his mouth. We're in the 101st minute now.
Ball swung across.
And Tottenham put behind for a corner.
Ooh. That's despite Danso's protest, even though no blue shirt was anywhere near it.
No, he's protesting about the timing add on, I think, Dan. And it's been taken quickly.
Fair. But no Origi. Poor clearance from Dragosan.
And that'll do it. It's over. Full time. Tottenham 1, Everton 0. Which means, unfortunately, Dan, I have to put up this banner.
Yeah, very unfortunate. A very high points total to be relegated with. Unlucky West Ham, but I do think, depending on who they can keep with who they can keep in the team and how they recruit in the Championship, I can see them coming straight back up.
The thing about it is that, and I'm going to be as unbiased as I can be here, Dan, with what I'm about to say. Okay, This should not have been the case. This should not have been the case. Yes, Spurs finished 17th last season, but they finished 17th, but a mile ahead of the relegation zone. However, this year, they had no excuse. They had the players, they had the manager, they had everything in place and everything like that. Bad decisions at the boardroom level, X, Y, and Z. Yes, they had injuries throughout the squad, but the fact of the matter is that this squad should not have been in a relegation fight.
No. And you could argue that West Ham shouldn't either.
An absolute disgraceful behaviour.
Sorry, you cut out a bit there, mate. I missed the lead up to disgraceful behaviour.
absolute disgraceful behaviour. It's a fucking joke. They should not. It's an absolute. They wouldn't celebrate staying up, like win the league. If you're a team like Tottenham Hotspur, is a absolute disgrace.
I won't go that far. The relief is still there. If anything, it's probably a larger relief. You know, they've had such a terrible season. You have to take anything.
But you look through that squad. You look through that squad, Dan, and that squad has several hundreds of millions of pounds in it in terms of transfer fees. They should not have been in this fight in the first place. They all, if they had been relegated today, they'd all have been saying like, "I want to leave," sort of thing. I want to go, sort of thing. I'm like, no, you should have to fucking stay because you put us in the position in the first place. There should be relegation.
I don't know where you're coming from.
I'm going to petition this. So when I come to power, I'm going to make it so that if you sign for any team in the Premier League or the Championship or League One or League Two or even down to far as far as you want down the league, in your contract there is a relegation clause in there. If you are a goal scorer or a defender or a midfielder or a goalkeeper in that team that's not putting their fucking weight, and it'll be based on your stats for the season, you don't get to fucking go. Unless the club wants to let you go. You cannot hand in a transfer request.
Yes. Yeah,
if you're relegated, you do not get a transfer request.
You can only be let go by the club if it's for financial purposes.
I think that's fair, personally, because Jared Bowen may not put a transfer request in, mainly because I think his father-in-law may kill him.
Yes, yeah, I think so.
But also, Brighton got a Conference League spot today, so well done to Brighton as well. Let's give them a prop where they're due as well. And Sunderland stuck in the back door as well to the Europa League. Well done to Sunderland as well. Brentford will feel very hard done by, given the fact they were in their hands. Very, very good result for Sunderland. They must be absolutely delighted.
Yeah, there must be. There's something about Sunderland and Chelsea on a final day, because I remember a few years back, Sunderland beating Chelsea to stay up, I believe, on a final day of the season. I think it was. So
we're now seeing the pictures from the Stadium of Light with an elderly gentleman in the crowd crying his eyes out. I don't remember Sunderland being in Europe in my lifetime.
I don't either. The last time they would have even been in with a shout of it was when Kevin Phillips was the Golden Boot winner, the European Golden Boot winner. And I think that season they were actually closer to relegation than anything else.
And in the Europa League as well. And their manager, apparently, if you believe the rumours, is on his way to Anfield.
I don't, to be honest, because Liverpool have confirmed that a Dutch set-piece coach is set to join the backroom staff in the summer, which indicates to me that they're staying. On the Liverpool managerial front, I'm actually just watching the Guard of Honour for the leaving players. Kenny Dalglish is there, Ian Rush, the whole squad's lining up to see the boys off. I would like to see Arne Slot replaced. However, I would also, if he's going to stay, I really hope he can turn it around. I hope I'm wrong about his coaching, because obviously I'm not a professional. I'm just some fat dickhead in my armchair. But
I've just flicked over to the West Ham game, and it's showing the crowd. And there are a lot of there's some sad faces in the crowd, but there's, for the most part, it's a lot of proud faces in the crowd. And I'm pleased to see that.
Yeah, well, West Ham put up a really good fight today, put in a really good performance. A Leeds side that could maybe be guilty of being a touch indifferent in patches of the game, but they went down fighting. I think, like I said, it's one of the highest total number of points for relegation, so they can feel a bit hard done by, I suppose. But somebody's got to go down. That's the unfortunate thing, and I'm actually very excited to have the likes of Coventry and Hull City coming up. Coventry haven't been in the Premier League forever. And Hull City, yeah, I mean Ipswich have been there for a season, so yeah, good to have them back. Nice to see them bounce back at the first time of asking. Yeah, Hull City club.
We've got a few in the chat, Dan. We've got a few in the chat, Dan, as well.
Yeah, we do, yeah. Connor saying Madison needs to cut his hair. And Graham asking,
Agreed.
is that the same Spurs who were trying to be part of the Super League just a few years ago? What a joke, exactly. Mark, Project Football. Right, lads, great job as always. Dan, catch you on Wednesday, mate. Yes, I will. I'll be joining Mark and a few others on Project Football. His Trippier Through Time segment where you take two players per decade and build a squad. We're going to be building, drafting, me and several others, drafting our England World Cup squads from the pool of
Did
players
you just
who have
say
played in World
Trippier
Cups.
Through Time?
Yes.
Applause.
It's a great name,
Applause.
isn't
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I
So,
absolutely
yeah,
love it.
I'll be part of that, and it'll probably drop the week after. And Graham,
Perfect. Great. And someone else has a good pun. Graham, yes.
Yeah, was watching AEW while listening to you, but Rio is on, so I'm watching you guys now. That's Rio, the Japanese wrestler, not Rio, the absolute ass kicker from the northwest of England.
Absolutely. Or Rio, the tag team for Rhea Ripley and Io Sky as well. That match as well.
I'm just watching.
Just for context.
Just watching Andy Robertson get his guard of honour here at Anfield in that stunning kit for next season, modelled after the classic candy strip.
I love it. Yeah, thank you, Robbie, for everything.
Yeah, the dignitaries are there
to
present him with something. Best £8 million. One of the best £8 million Liverpool ever spent.
They're Majesty.
King
and Ian
Kenny.
Rush as well. What a legend.
Yeah.
He's got
Ian Rush still looks in good
nice. Nice. He still did give 5 minutes, couldn't
he? Yeah. Oh, there's tears in the crowd.
The Scottish contingency is in.
Robbo, of course, will be going to the World Cup, captaining his country.
Ironically, talking about that, Dan, one of my favourite boy bands at the moment, Just the Brave from Scotland, actually just released a Scotland World Cup anthem. And here he comes.
Mo Salah.
All hail the Egyptian king.
I'm just turning the volume up on my end a touch. And I'll apologise if I get emotional, but I absolutely adore this man.
A man who hit the ground running immediately when he started the Premier League.
And never stopped.
He wrote every record.
Yeah. This has been his worst season for Liverpool, and he's probably still better than most players will ever manage.
He could have put some fucking shoes on.
He might slip on the grass then if he had his shoes on.
Mo Salah, Salah, the Egyptian king.
Yeah.
That's a lovely little gesture, to be fair.
Yeah. Wonder where he'll land.
Wherever he chooses, I'm guessing somewhere in Saudi. Who will take that fabled number 11 shirt next season, eh? He leaves with 2 Premier Leagues, 1 Champions League, 1 FA Cup, 1 League Cup, and the FIFA World Club Cup. That's not too shabby.
Cody Gakpo just had to push Andy Robertson to go and join Mo.
He didn't want to rain on his parade, but in fact, Robbo has been just a bigger part of his club as Salah.
Yeah.
Robbo, and I'm going to say this as a little bit, maybe gay, I don't care. Robbo has always been one of the. He's always been ruggedly handsome. He's always been someone who's attracted attention from both sides of Stanley Park. I know Everton fans had a lot of love from us as well. And yeah, I'm gonna miss Mo a lot. I'm gonna miss Robbo probably just as much because he was a no-nonsense defender.
And a bloody good one at that.
Absolutely. Kirkez has got some very big boots to fill, but I feel he can do it. Is that Bechatic I see there, by the way? Young Bechatic?
Who, sorry?
A young Spanish midfielder who he had some bad injuries.
Stefan Bacetic. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Hopefully he'll be back next season because he had a great little career starting and then got sad with a really bad injury.
Yeah, much like Cade Gordon as well. But anyway,
Graham confirming it was the Caprio and Konor saying that was fun. Now time to not boss a Serie A title on FIFA. Fair enough. And Graham saying Greek scouts to return us back up. We sold Simicast, Graham, so unlikely.
No, we didn't. He's on loan.
Is he? I genuinely thought he had been sold on that side of things. I'm very sorry.
No, it was a loan. Simicast is still on the books. I think he'll be sold. To be quite honest, I think they'll bring through possibly Owen Beck if he's still on the books. Your left back, or they might buy.
I know he's out on loan. Yeah, So yeah, guys. I know we've not been here a lot this season. We've had one thing or another, but we thank you very much for when you have joined us throughout this season here on the Volley. Myself and Dan have loved spending Arsenal winning the Premier League and the Champions League. You never know. I haven't discussed with you, Dan, yet. What are you doing next Saturday night?
Next Saturday, I am in Newark for a Doctor Who convention, and I will be meeting. I'll be meeting Paul McGann, and potentially Janet Fielding as well.
Excellent. So you won't be around for the Champions League final next week, then, Mr. Griffin?
Sadly, not. No.
Well, I may well be. I might be here next week with a couple of special guests. You never know. It might be. It all depends if I can get some things worked down outside of things, but hope that can be the case. But I was seeing Jordan Henderson on screen right now. We'll turn over there. We'll turn over from there. So yeah. As at the bottom, they follow us on the old Twitter machine at MadTech UK for me. At Dan Griffin 21 for this guy. You can find all the stuff he does, including various things in the Doctor Who pod, Project Football he's been helping out with as well. And anything else, Danny, we should plug?
Back catalogue of Unbooking the Territory at UTT Podcast. Have a look there. Yeah, the Doctor Who pod at the Doctor Who pod, the DRWHOPOD. And the burgeoning TNA project that I mentioned earlier, that's Total Non-Stop Action with a work in progress.
Absolutely brilliant. Thank you once again to Cy Powell and SJP World Media for letting us talk about football in between food for 90 minutes every so often. I might be back next Saturday. Dan will be back with me, hopefully at some point during the World Cup. We will bring you some World Cup coverage as we can, obviously scheduled permitting, of course. On behalf of myself and Dan, congratulations, I guess, to Tottenham Hotspur for staying in the Premier League. Commiserations to West Ham United. That was the Volley, and that was. I think that is full time, Dan. What do you say?
I'd say so as well. Thanks for joining us, everybody.
We're out of here, guys.